starts with letters. Those letters turn into words, words lead to speech, and speech transforms into a world of opportunity. Communication is so important in the world we live in today. Talking and educating ourselves amongst our peers is just as important to our mind as eating and drinking is to our body. Education takes a toll on how we perceive the world, teaching us our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but it presents to us a problem, the terrible gap between predetermined success and failure. Students are taught to memorize and not absorb. They are taught to watch, but not pay attention. They are taught having 4 coffees at 3 a.m. is better than ever getting shut-eye, because they have a paper due, and needing to do well is mandatory because a bad mark only means one thing: failure. So today I want to talk about education, about intelligence, and explore human creativity. Intelligence is not black and white. It does not have rules carved permanently into stone because intelligence fluctuates, bouncing around inside every brain. Every classroom has been conditioned to separate children by scores and percentages. If you receive an A, you should be pleased with yourself. You are going places. You should be happy. If you are unable to learn past a C, you should not be happy. You should try harder. You're not good enough. This ridiculous scale places inoperable damage inside the minds of young students moving forward with education, when in fact, very few students shine through GPA and IQ scores. These tests, which were once viewed valuable, no longer separate the genius from the dropout, but rather the mathematical and logical thinkers from the rest. Thanks to Dr. Howard Gardner at Harvard University, a theory known today as multiple intelligence was born. The multiple intelligence theory suggests traditional forms of testing be removed in order to grasp unique intelligence, rather than universal. The musicians, class clowns, and artists all have something in common. They fail to produce the reading, writing, and arithmetic skills needed to be classified under any principal honor roll. Dr. Gardner's thorough research proves past notions developed on education are foolish. Give an instrument to a biologist and prepare yourself for bleeding ears, but return that instrument to a musician and they will succeed. The question asked should never again be, how smart are you? But rather, how are you smart? The SMART spectrum lends a helping hand to all upcoming youth searching for new skills and talents. From the conception of a single form of intelligence to Gardner's multiple strings of smarts, learning can be flexible. Within multiple intelligence, there are at least 7 different types of SMART. Verbal. Focuses on the written word. Learns best by reading and writing. Visual. Thrives off charts and symbols. Thought is clear when pictures and demonstrations can be seen. Kinesthetic. Hands-on contact fits best. Doing leads to learning. Auditory. A high use of tune and lyric. A natural sense of rhythm helps to express thought. Mathematical and logical. Order is important. Patterns and relationships between things are very important. Introspective. Quiet time alone in thought is critical. Daydreams of new ideas and is reflective. And last but not least, interpersonal. Mediates arguments while enjoying teams, committees, and social events. Education brings pressure, and lots of it. Mistakes are classified with failure, and the thought of being wrong is frightening. Anxiety and stress have been given the job to make things worse, and everyone trying to peel anxiety apart from social scenes, especially a classroom, have clearly never been introspective, yet had no choice but to stand in front of a full class of people and speak. And these difficult situations bring confusion, embarrassment, fear of judgment, high stress levels, anger, the list goes on and on. There is also a fine line between pushing someone to explore new boundaries and forcing someone into something that is only going to create anxiety and stress. It's not that big of a deal. Apply yourself. You'll get better with practice. Try harder. You're just not giving it your all. Academic ability has come to dominate our view of intelligence, and our talents are wasted. Don't do music. You won't ever be a musician. Don't do art. You won't ever be an artist. It's all just benign advice. Highly talented, brilliant, creative people think they're not because what they were good at in school wasn't valued or was actually stigmatized. Knowing all we do today about multiple intelligence, it is comforting to know why some succeed in areas others do not. But this does not stop grades or test scores from affecting us in years to come. The grades we earn today decide for us what path we take, what school we attend, what job we deserve. Grades matter. So shouldn't every student be given a fair shot at learning, specifically shaped to how they learn best? One teacher cannot meet the needs of all the various learning styles in a class of 30, which is not the teacher's fault. They simply teach the way they learn. If teachers could be matched specifically to students of the same S.M.A.R.T, classroom success could rise. 3 things must be done in order to better develop school education. Branch out. Classrooms should hold a variety of methods in order to reflect children's different learning styles. If students were divided into classes grouped specifically to their S.M.A.R.Ts, their opportunity to flourish amongst like-minded peers would undoubtedly improve overall learning. Class size. Smaller classes would give teachers increased opportunity to identify students' strengths and weaknesses. Specially designed exams. Students should be tested around their dominant S.M.A.R.T. Incorporating it into an exam would positively affect how they show their understanding of what they've learned. Individualized learning tools could also give everyone a chance to use their strengths to showcase their potential. What we once knew differs from what we now know about our brains and how they work. If we understand the potential multiple intelligence has, we will not underestimate its ability to empower. After all, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Albert Einstein.